In my 5 years, that's definitely the edgiest sea I've ever driven into. I've always enjoyed being by the sea. I've sailed a lot, and I just moved up to the area and decided that it would be a good thing to help get integrated in the community, and then also to participate in something I think I would really enjoy. And as it turned out, I very much enjoyed it. The station was short of drivers, and it was decided that that would be a good path for me to go down, so I trained to become a driver. One of the elder statesmen, he taught me to drive, and was a very, very good coach. And then really is once you pass your test, you really then start to learn on the job with the experience of shouts and getting as many shouts under your belt as possible, and obviously regular training. I was actually looking out of my window watching the three surfers in the water. The swell and the waves were really significant in the bay. I mean, the bay was like a washing machine. I'm very lucky I live right by the station, so I was there pretty quickly and turned up. And the first thing I always do is assess where I'm going to launch the boat, because depending on the state of the tide in the sea, there are a number of options. And that's when I really saw close up just how rough it was. In my 5 years, that's definitely the edgiest sea I've ever driven into. Obviously a little bit of apprehension, because I'd never been into a sea that bad. But also at the same time, when I kind of reflect back on it, I was amazed by actually how calm I was. And I think that's, basically down to the great training I've had. And then also, you've got a lot of responsibility. You're putting these guys, you're sending them out into a very big sea, and you want to get them in there as safely as possible. My thoughts were, the guys were very brave, because that was a very big sea. And I think at that point, probably I thought, I'm glad I'm a tractor driver. They were going into something that was I'd not really seen before. Fairly quickly it was decided that we'd do a net recovery, and so I went back up the slipway, and then the shore crew descended on the trailer and started to erect the net and get that prepared, because there was no way that we could have gone in and picked them up safely and had them reverse back onto the trailer, which is a normal procedure. The sea state was too high. That's something I've never done in real life. We've done it many times in practice. So, and it also, again, because of the circumstances, it was, quite unnerving, but it went very, very well. Well, at the time of entry back into the sea again, and because it was so rough, I was trying to keep the trailer straight, pointing out to sea, but it was being moved around a lot. So I was doing there was a lot of play with the steering wheel, trying to correct it, trying to straighten up to make it easier for them to come straight into. And it does get to a point with the tractor and the trailer where it can float, but you've got to try and keep some level of control. I just turned the headlights off to indicate to the helm that I'm ready, and he's ready to approach. And then it's over to him, and he comes in, and the shore crew prepared everything extremely well. The net did its job, caught the bow of the boat, and then I looked to the helm for him to give me the signal, and then I just get out as quickly as possible. The feeling was amazing, actually. It really was, because, as I say, many of the shouts aren't sort of life-threatening, but this really was a life on the line here. And I think the sense of achievement for everyone. We had a good turnout of people, so people who were just helping, that actually weren't on the boat, shore crew, people were mucking in, everybody made a great contribution. And it was a fantastic feeling that you genuinely have saved a life.